We're here at the 7 Robotics shop, and I'm standing right now in front of a control enclosure for one of our jobs that we're doing. And so that in here is sort of the brains of the whole operation. So here this is what distributes power to every device in the cell. It's what distributes power to the robots, to our HMI screen, to pretty much everything that needs power. It comes from here. As well as having power, this is where we take care of all of our networking, making sure everything's talking to each other, making sure the PLC is talking to the robot. And then down here is the actual brains of everything. This is a PLC, so a programmable logic controller. And so what this is doing is it's going through all our program. It's basically evaluated on a lot of true-false statements. To break it down really simply, it'll be like, is this sensor on? Yes, then do this. If it's no, then go to the next rung. Is this sensor on? Then you can do this. So that's essentially what all this is doing. This is where all of our devices come into the PLC so that we can see what's going on. So that could be, for example, on this one, we've got a ton of lasers, a ton of ultrasonic sensors, a ton of proxes, gate switches. We use all these to gather as much information from what's going on in the cell at one time, so that way we can go through the program and then tell it what's going on and what we want it to do from those inputs. This is where all our motor power comes from. This is where our robot power comes from. This is where our blower power comes from. And so this is just the circuits for these right here. They'll come in through here, through circuit breakers to prevent overloading. Then they'll go through the two motors will go through a line reactor, and then they'll go to the VFD, which stands for variable frequency drive. And this is what actually controls the motor. So this is the actual cell. So here we have two robots, and what their purpose is they are going to be picking up these pieces of veneer here. They're going to have an operator grade it, and then the tool itself is going to square the veneer, and the operator is going to tell it where to go. And so with that, it's going to go to any one of these 7 bunks, and then the other robot will come in after reading a recipe and showing which bunk it needs to go to. It's going to come to the right bunk, pick it up, square it again just to be safe, and then place it on our outfeed over there. And so these are 2 4-axis robots. And so you've got one axis here at the base that allows it to turn like this. You've got another axis just above that allows it to move forward. Then you've got a 3rd axis there, and then you've got a 4th that allows rotation of the head. I learned in school, I did coding classes, I did material classes where I learned about like strength of materials, design classes, learned about circuits and AC circuits, DC circuits, and just all like the electrical stuff. It's been really nice to see it kind of from all angles because I can get a better picture of it, and I find that it's been really nice because I can hop to different things if I'm either stuck, or I can look at it from a different perspective to see if something's going wrong. Is that an electrical problem really, or is it a mechanical problem with something binding up somewhere? Is it a software problem with something staying on, or some line of code being skipped? Right now, Connor's tearing down a cell for us. So that one has been shop tested and passed our factory assurance test, which means it's ready to be sent to the customer. So that's what he's currently doing, is taking down all the parts that we had already established to create the cell in our shop here. And from there, once it's passed FAT, we'll break it down, ship it out to the customer. And then depending on when the customer is ready, we'll send a team out. Like, for example, I'll be going out to go and commission it at the actual site. So essentially what that means is I'm going to be on site and making it work in that environment and just making small tweaks here and there. And then from there, I'll watch it run for a couple days, make sure everything's smooth, and then we leave and job's done.